All right, now for all the movie lovers out there, it is now time for Showbiz Theater, and we have our film expert Jason in the studio.
Hello, Adrian. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. What about you?
I'm absolutely terrific, fabulous.
Watching movies?
Yeah, watching movies on a daily basis.
What a great job.
Yeah, terrific job. I get the best of both worlds, get to earn money and enjoy myself at the same time.
A lot of people are probably a bit jealous right now.
Yeah, I'm in a very privileged position, absolutely.
Please tell us, which movie are we focusing on this time?
You're going to have to brace yourselves,
Really?
Adrian. Today we've got a real cracker. Today we're going to be talking about a Korean revenge thriller, The Fives, directed by Jang Yeon-sik.
아무리 나쁜 놈이어도 죽이면
A
지옥.
woman in a wheelchair, she can only do one thing. The plan requires 5 people and the perfect revenge can happen, only if the 5 are together. Eunha has been brutally injured by a murderer and loses her family in front of her eyes. She gathers 5 people who will pay back on behalf of her as she is crippled. All she can do is pay revenge, a perfect plan which can only be completed if the 5 are together. A merciless revenge begins.
내 심장이라도 뜯어줄게.
All right, now, Jason, we're talking about the movie The Fives, and it is based on a very popular webtoon. Am I right?
That's right, this is becoming a bit of a trend in Korean cinema. We've seen many adaptations from webtoons or webcomics to movies.
Give us some names.
26 Years, a fabulous film. Also, Secretly Greatly, there was a big hit
More
earlier
recently.
this year. We had Moss as well, and a number of other films.
Late Blossom.
Late Blossom. It's just there's a whole long list of films that have been adapted from original webcomics.
And I think Koreans seem to like those stories they find in cartoons or webtoons. I think this one is also all the more special because the cartoonist himself is now directing the movie.
Yeah, this is really interesting.
Isn't that rare?
Yeah, it's very rare. The director, Jang Yeon-sik, he actually has very little experience in the film industry from what I understand. And he's also, like you say, the original writer of this comic. So he's able to kind of put on screen his own vision, the original vision of the web comic. And I think that really comes out quite well in the film, even though he doesn't necessarily have a great deal of experience in the film industry.
I guess in terms of story, it's probably the ideal case to have the cartoonist direct the movie himself, but technically speaking, maybe he doesn't have all that depth.
Yeah, in terms of the technical aspects of the film, there are areas that show that perhaps he doesn't have as much experience as other directors, but the narrative is really strong, and given even though he doesn't have that much experience in the film industry, this film is really impressive, Adrian. Really good.
5이 있어야 완성되는 마무리까지 완벽한
계획을 다룬 영화
더 파이브.
더 파이브
하이파이브 화이팅!
파이팅
더 파이브 하이파이브.
Now, Jason, you seem to be quite happy and optimistic for this movie, so please tell us about the storyline. What is happening?
Well, it's quite a disturbing storyline, I will give you that. It follows a character called Eunha, played by Kim Sung-ha, and she's left crippled after her husband and daughter are left, well, they're killed, unfortunately, by this serial killer. And she's also attacked as well by the same guy in their home one evening. And so she's left crippled, she can't walk. And she's obviously traumatized.
And she wants to take revenge.
She wants to take revenge, but she's not able to do it by herself, so she gets a number of individuals, 5 individuals,
to help her out.
Now, in exchange for helping her out, she says she'll give them their organs, now her organs. So the relatives of the 5, they've either got some kind of disease or something wrong with them that needs a transplant.
So it's give and take.
Yeah, it's give and take, exactly.
So alongside Kim Sung-ha, who probably had to put in a lot of time and effort to portray her role in a wheelchair, we also have Lee Chung-ha. And what kind of role does she play?
Yeah, she plays one of the 5, and she's the kind of, I wouldn't say she's the minds of the operation, but she's trying to find out the location of the serial killer. They need to track him down.
Where he is.
Where he is, and so she's trying to go through records and whatnot to try and find out exactly where the serial killer is.
Don't tell us too much. I think she'll
Very tempting, Adrian, very tempting. Yeah.
Very good, okay. So Jason, as we said, we have Kim Sana playing the role of Euna, and she wants to take revenge. So she needs this team of 5. The first person was Lee Chang-ah. The second person is here, Shin Jung-eun. Tell us about this person.
Yeah, Shin Jung-eun has been in the industry a long time. He's an industry veteran. He's been in lots of films. He was in The Grand Heist. He was in Masquerade. He was in a whole list of films. And here he plays the more kind of the reconnoisseur, the spy. He spies on the killer and he looks at what he's doing, where he is. And yeah, he always brings something to his role. And he often plays a kind of a bad guy, but here he's playing a decent bloke.
Yeah. Now the third person in this team is Ma Dong-seok, and I know you like this actor.
I love Ma Dong-seok. He's a lovely guy. He's a lovely guy in person too. And he often plays these endearing characters. I didn't like him so much in The Flu because he played a bad character in that film. But here he plays a thug.
A gangster.
A gangster. But he's a very humorous thug. I mean, this film has a lot of humor, actually. For a revenge thriller, what makes this film stand out is its kind of humor, its dark humor. And he brings a lot of that to his role. And yeah, I really like this film.
What about Chung In-gi, who plays the fourth individual?
Yeah, the doctor. His daughter is in dire need of a transplant, and so he'll do all it takes to get that transplant. And actually, I would say he goes a little bit further than some of the others.
Goes a bit too far, perhaps.
A little bit too far.
Okay, and last but not least, in this team of 5, we also have Park Hyo-ju.
Park Hyo-ju, she plays more of a kind of a counselling role. Well, not counselling role, but she kind of assists Eunha. She's more of a friendly figure to her because Eunha's obviously crippled and therefore can't walk, and so
it's a minor role.
It's a minor role, yeah. She's not part of the main bunch, but she certainly plays a part in the film and certainly helps Eunha out.
I see. Thank you.
No problem.
네네. 샷. 우리는
Now, Jason, we pretty much talked about everyone except one person, the villain. Who is that killer?
Woo Do-won, who actually has an image for his handsome looks, and so he's a bit of a surprising kind of choice.
What did you think about his acting here?
He's good. He's good. I actually quite like him, and I thought he played a fairly decent. Actually, I'll go to say he was very, very good. Very authentic role, convincing. And I think it was a smartly chosen part for him.
Maybe one last question. Do you have a memorable scene from this movie that you'd like to introduce?
Yeah, there's a scene at the beginning of the film where the family are together and...
the family what? Kim Seona, like her husband and her daughter?
Yeah, exactly. You've got the daughter, you've got Eunha's daughter, Eunha's husband, and you see the love they have for one another, and they're giving the daughter a present, it's a cell phone, and the way they give that present is incredibly touching. They have this kind of domino effect. And it's a remarkably touching scene, full of colour. The mise en scene's fantastic. The performances are great, and
so this really is at the beginning.
Yeah, it really sets the stage for the film.
And then everything is shattered.
Exactly, it sets the stage for the film. You see the bonding they have, you see the love they have, and then it's completely shattered when the serial killer comes in.
Sounds good. We won't talk too much more about this movie. We'll let our viewers decide what they want to think. Kim Seona is coming back after 2 years, and we'll look forward to the chemistry between all these actors in this production.
There's a lot of chemistry, a lot of emotions too.
Thank you for your details. Next week we'll have another movie prepared for our viewers.
I can't wait.
Sounds good. Everyone, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed our edition of Showbiz Theater today. We focused on the movie The Fives, and you can have more details also on Facebook. Make sure you send us some feedback. We'll talk to you soon, Jason. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
그래서 그 살인마의 모든 짓을 행하고 모든 짓을 묵인했다면 난 그 신과 함께 죽여버릴 거야. 이 계획에는 저를 포함해 저와 같은 혈액형과 조직이 절실하게 필요한 분들 모두 5사람이 필요합니다.